That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
There goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people. It's just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe, and ready to host you.
So welcome to Western Province Cricket Club here in Cape Town, South Africa. The 2022 World Cup match in the women's over 55 section. It's Scotland versus Argentina, a Pool B clash as we get underway. Scotland in the white, playing from right to left, against Argentina in blue, playing from left to right. So lovely conditions out here. Quite a strong southeaster blowing downfield. So Scotland will play with the wind at their backs for the first half. And Scotland move the ball beautifully around the back to start off with, just keeping stick to ball, getting stick on ball early on, which is so vital to gain confidence as they run it down the right-hand side. Just going out. So number 10, Allison, showing a turn of pace. Ball just running over the sideline. So thank you for joining me, Murray Anderson, here in Cape Town for this fixture on a Friday afternoon. So it's the over 55 section, Pool B, and Argentina versus Scotland. So Argentina go over the top, hits the Scottish player on the foot, stone dead on the foot, and they win the hit but lose possession. Scotland decide to go over the top themselves and get themselves into a really good position. Ball gets played into the D area, still there for Scotland, but mopped up by Argentina and played into the wide areas out of the danger zone, which is a good ploy by Argentina. So Argentina pinned down on the right-hand side touchline. They go over the top, fielded by Miller, Mags Miller. But Argentina were in 5 meters, so Miller will play from there. She decides to go over the top herself into the corner and plays it directly out into touch. Looking for a high-lying striker. Looking for her number 8. Trisha Main, who's making a little lateral run into space. So, a high press employed by the Scots, intercepted by White. She plays it out wide to Allison. Allison tries to get it into the 9-yard area. Argentina slow things down a bit. The horseshoe press in the central area of the field employed by Scotland, making Argentina go wide and left. They go down the left by Baiotti, and then through to Valenciano. They get the ball out of there. Felt to Prada. Prada loses it. And that's good harassing by Miller. She really gets stuck in that midfield and puts the Argentinian midfield under a tremendous amount of pressure. Valenciano experiencing the brunt of that. Scotland build down the line. So Big just pushing the ball out to his striker, White, and White just can't collect. Well, the bobble ball through from Argentina, just the ball's topped as she strikes it. And seemed to go into a melee of players, so it's seen as danger. So Miller on the ball, scanning the field, tries to go long, intercepted by Prada, comes off the foot. Miller still retains possession for Scotland, drives down the middle, intercepted again by the Argentinian midfield. Main, Felt from Argentina, who's got a long reach in that midfield and just looking to intercept those through balls from Scotland. Scotland over the top from Janet Jack, the captain. A lovely ball into White. White gets it into the area to Allison. Allison tries to have a shot at the near post. And it's over the baseline for a 16-yard hit. Oh, umpire says it did come off an Argentina defender, and now they will set up a long... Oh, she's changed her mind again. So she gave it a long corner indication, and now a 16-yard as Argentina come out through Felt. The ball is kept in play by the number 3, Petinari. Trujillo tries to take it quickly. Umpire says, no, look at me. I'm the one making the decisions here. Plenty of ball down the right-hand side for Scotland's number 16, Beg. She looks to just to feed it on down that line every time she gets it. So pressure on Janet Jack as the number 9 from Trujillo from Argentina puts pressure on the captain in the central defensive area. Argentina have resorted to play over the top, but they put it on the deck this time, work it up the left-hand touchline. Trujillo in the thick of things all afternoon now in the last 5 minutes, and she takes it up herself. She looks to attack the T and gets it into this D, but can't find a foot, and Scotland will look to counter from deep. Janet Jack just retaining possession, goes with that overhead, finds Mo White, and Mo White just eludes her on the first touch. And Biotti now takes it up for Argentina. So you'd feel Argentina would want to try and transfer the ball. Scotland making it difficult to get out of that left-hand channel. They're employing a really good press. Overloading errors. Good skill from Argentina to get out of that zone. And it's Quiros who works it down the baseline. Again, looking for the foot, looking for something. Can't get it. Well defended by Scotland. So Pam Begg plays it to her captain, who's now under pressure. So nothing comes of that for Argentina. Janet Jack under a lot of pressure. She had numbers to her left, but she was unsighted and probably worried about an Argentinian press and throwing it across her own goal line. So she restarts. Out it goes to Miller. Miller always likes to cut in on that 45-degree angle to give herself a bit of space, plays it out to Wixon. Wixon plays it down the line to Main. Main loses the ball in contact. Valenciano, who plays it out wide to Felt. Felt will drive down the right-hand side for Argentina. Just looking for some help from her fellow Argentinian players. Doesn't find it, so puts it on the foot quite neatly. Valenciano on the ball now. To fire in, but just doesn't get contact on the ball. Stick hack from Argentina. Trujillo doesn't agree with it, but Scotland come out through number 5, Robertson, Joyce Robertson. Good work from her just to hold that ball up, find the foot, win the hit. So Janet Jack loves to use the overhead. Little touch from Petinari. The ball goes over for a long corner. Right. Ball fired in by Scotland. Argentinians say it's dangerous. Umpire doesn't want to hear anything about it. Umpire felt that the ball was played into space rather than into a danger zone. So the umpires today are Paula Childs from the United States and Nicole Boyson from South Africa. So played on the inside to the Argentinian number 8, Felt. Felt just tries to smash it but can't get contact on that ball. And Miller will mop up for Argentina. Sorry, Miller for Scotland. So Argentinian ball on the far left-hand side. Pintabona on the ball. Scotland look to press high again. Argentina don't seem to come out of that zone, and it's a breakaway for Scotland through Main. Main gets the cross in. Oh, and Allison couldn't collect on the bounce. She'd been able to collect. She would have had herself and the keeper. So Argentina guilty of being caught in the channels and not moving the ball out of defense, especially down that left-hand zone. Scotland quite happy to put a high press on. So, Petinari into Valenciano. Valenciano, nice little ball through for the number 9, Trujillo. Trujillo just doesn't have the legs to get the ball on that lateral run. But the idea is right. Space is in there behind the Scottish defense. So Janacek gets it out wide again to Taylor. Taylor on the crash ball through the midfield and wins possession on the sideline for Scotland. Big intercepted by Duarte. Allison under a lot of pressure, but Scotland do well to come out of that zone and play it to Janacek into the midfield. Allison wide. Big. Good play by Scotland. Interception comes in from Pintabona, and she wins the hit for Argentina at a vital stage. So good flow play from the Scots. So just under 4 minutes left in this first quarter. It's 0-0. You would think that Scotland have had the better opportunities. They've really worked manfully. They've worked well. They've created pressure and isolated Argentinian players with their high press. It's just a matter of getting that final touch in the final quarter of the field, or high up in the red zone for Argentina. Big looking for quick ball through to Sonia Andrews. Finds a foot. Quick ball now. She'll run it. Good thinking by her. And the touch off the stick from White is slightly heavy and up and dangerous. So Argentina breathe again as another Scot wave of attack threatens. So, charge down from Robertson. Ball through the middle for Argentina. Good control from Valenciano. Scottish shirts swarm around her and they win the ball. And Allison, who's the live wire on the Scottish side, attacks from wide left, wins herself a hit. She carries the ball well. She's got pace. And Scotland can use her to good effect in this game. Janet Jack trying to play the ball back, loses it. Argentina on the carry. Through to Trujillo. Good retrieval work from Taylor. And Begg just plays it around the back and can't find a Scottish stick. So Argentina on the 23-meter line. Look to the change ball, which is much better from them. Prada turning and running. Full of running, Prada. Gets 2 stick hacks on her, wins the hit. Bettinari in support of her from deep, but Prada decides to go the direct route. Smashes it into the circle. Janet Jack retrieves for Scotland, wins the hit. Janet Jack has used the overhead to good effect today. Scotland win it. Through Andrews. Andrews with a lovely little ball up high. And picked up by the Scottish number 9, Brownie, who gets it across the area. Oh, and that is a chance going a begging as Robertson comes in on that. And Robertson had done well to get into that area, just eludes her and then eludes the far-lying striker. And I think I can't get a number for that striker, but anyway, the hooter goes. And it's 0-0 after the first quarter here in Cape Town. And join us after the break. So both team talks pretty animated down there. Both coaches talking strategy and asking a little bit extra from their players. Maybe a little bit extra tactical awareness. I would imagine that the Scottish coach should be a little bit happier at this stage. Argentinians living off scraps at the moment, finding themselves being caught in channels, isolated in wide channels. Scotland have done well to flood the areas and put pressure on and isolate players. So it's been difficult for Argentina to get out of the spaces, find passes, find players higher up the pitch. And they drop into a three-quarter press, Argentina. And that allows the Scots to come out down the left-hand side by Patterson. Patterson gets it back to Taylor. Taylor plays into Janet Jack. Back to Taylor. And back to Patterson, who is dispossessed by Prada, who will now run at them and get the cross in. The cross is good, but can't find an Argentinian stick. And Andrews will now look to find a high-lying striker, which he can't. So better play from Argentina as they start to move ball between the zones, out of the left zone into the midfield, looking to play right. They look to employ this three-quarter press and step into the zones when Scotland have the ball and put pressure on them. But they put pressure on from deep with a three-quarter press. Cut out those angles. So Prada once again on the ball, full of running. Scotland win it. Wixon out to Normand. Normand on the ball. Begg under pressure. Loses it. Wins it back again. Scotland do well to keep the ball. Begg into Janet Jack, who's under pressure herself. Umpire says she was shielding the ball, so Argentinian ball. Argentina look to build. Much better. Argentinian centre-back engages, looking to create an overlap down the right-hand side. Unfortunately, they lose it. It's Normand. Plays down the middle. Oh, and Robertson was in a good position. She'd continue to run. She may have picked up a little ball on the lateral run. But a little touch from Argentina. Normand. Scotland on the diagonal run. Plays it into the D. So unforced error there. Another wave of attack from the Scottish. Ball is won by Robertson. Normand plays it quick. Watson finds herself a little isolated, looking for support. And wins the hit. Now again, it's Watson into the D to Robertson. Unforced error. So 13 minutes left in the second quarter. Argentina started well, but now been pinned back again by the Scots. Unforced error, but the umpire says carry on as no one was near to the player, so let the game flow. Beatty working it down the left-hand side flank. Beatty still on the ball. Fires it into the D. There's a chance now for Argentina. Quaraz with the shot. The block comes in, and it's a long corner to Argentina. Quick hit from the Argentines that they drive into the D. Ball finds the foot of Janet Jack. The hit 5 meters out from the D. Quick touch. Played again into the space. The ball's now one. Felt. This is good from Argentina. Into the D. Tregello onto the baseline. The ball gets thread across. And nicely cleared by Andrews, who clears wide. Scotland can regroup. So good intent by Argentina. They move forward through Puntabona. Hussey, the captain for Argentina, wins them a corner. So Hussey, good on the turn, moves it into the area, finds the foot. So Argentina with a corner. Chance to score a goal here and go 1-0 up against the run of play. Slowly but surely work their way back into this quarter. Showing some good intent, some good energy in the team. Put the Scots under a bit of pressure. Stop comes in, the shot comes. Ow! A nice little save there by Janice Rose. So it gets a little touch. Valenciano finds support from Felt. Scotland over the top. Petinari tries to secure possession for Argentina. She does so. Hussey. Good ball pace out wide. Scotland under pressure. White does well. Now, it's Sloan. Sloan with a cross. Felt with a reverse stick block. So Scotland hit on the sideline. Coming up for 8 minutes before half time. Biotti wins it for Argentina. Ball is still kept in. Some neat skill down the left-hand side to win Argentina a hit. Valenciano. Played out from Scotland to Brownie. Brownie on the run, got players on the right-hand side. She finds Sloan. Sloan isolated, but Allison comes to support. Again, out wide. Ball gets played in. So Argentina do well to thwart another attack from the Scots. Allison gets it wide to Sloan. Sloan plays it in, 16-yard. Good intensity, good ball pace from Scotland. The right ideas, playing into the right areas. Just that final touch going astray for them. Scotland under, putting pressure on Argentina. Number 13, Hassi moves, does well to get it to her left half, who is also isolated and loses the ball. Good press from Scotland. White fires it in. Argentina work it out of defense. They do pretty well. They're under some immense pressure in their own D. So that'll go long and 16. Argentina ball. So ball gets played out wide, but on the bobble and on the bounce, and a difficult one to trap. Patterson. So Watson on the ball, plays deep. Scotland looking for their options on that left-hand corner in the attacking zone. Argentinians felt that they had won themselves a hit. Umpire disagreed with that. And it's Miller, puts it into the D, gives it to Watson, and Watson puts it on the foot, and it's a short corner to Scotland. Some of the Argentinian players giving Nicole Boyson a hard time, thinking that they should have got the hit to relieve that pressure. I feel that sticks were impeded. Boyson doesn't agree. So Allison at the top of the D for the short corner. The injection's good. She goes in with a shot. Oh, and it's well saved. Lilano getting a toe to that and clipping a Scottish foot. So good save by Lilano. An Argentinian goal. Argentina go long, a difficult ball to trap, and Scotland with more pressure. Attempted aerial ball, ends up rolling along the ground, and Scotland win ball. It's back via Allison. Lovely play by her. She gets it into the wide zones for the attack. Down the right-hand side, ball's played back in. Umpire says yes, inside the circle. That's where it hit an Argentinian foot. Short corner for Scotland. They must feel now that they need to capitalize on all this possession, all this territory. So, are they going to go for a variation, or is Allison going to go for the straight hit again? They've got two wide runners to the right and one on the slip to the left. Argentina run a 2-2, and there's space on the left, and the goal is scored. The right option as Argentina run the 2-2 to the left-hand side. And it's the number 4 from Scotland, Leslie Normand, who scores from a short corner variation. So with 38 seconds left on the clock of this first half, Scotland score through Leslie Normand. Well taken push on the slip. Normand again, interception. It's Allison who seems to be everywhere on the field, working it up. And White now just looking to run this clock down. 7 seconds left, keeping possession in the wide areas where it's not dangerous for Scotland. And she does well to see out the second quarter. So at halftime here in Cape Town, it's Scotland 1, a goal through Leslie Normand, and Argentina 0. Join us for the second half after the break.
We are fascinated by the mindsets and the habits that make individuals and teams perform at another level. Let us be your thought partners and transformational coaches. Are you part of a team and you are wanting to gain insight into what ingredients need to be in the mix to take your team to a whole new level of performance? Partner with us. We want to be your transformational coaches.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room, thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation, and about training and improving those skills, looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. Thehockeysite.com. Share the knowledge.
So welcome back to the Western Province Cricket Club for the second half of this Pool B match. It's Scotland versus Argentina. Argentina playing in blue and Scotland playing in white. So they'll play from left to right and Argentina playing from right to left. Argentina scoring in the last minute of the second quarter through Leslie Normand. A lovely, well-worked short corner variation. The Argentinians ran out a 2-2 defense. And the Scottish worked the left-hand side. And there was no Argentinian defender in sight, and it was very well taken by Leslie Normand, who powered it into the corner. So it's Valenciano, who likes to work the midfield, looking for support. A little bit of frustration creeping in from the Argentinians as they talk and jest to each other about where they should be. And Hussey, the captain, now losing the ball. So they seem a little bit flustered. The team talks are quite animated down there on the Argentinian bench. Good pickup from Allison. She turns and plays it out wide to White, who does the right thing and gets it up high to Andrews, who's in a magnificent position, but the first touch just lets her down. Good play from Scotland. Allison, who's been outstanding for the Scots today in the wide right areas, but also drifts into the midfield. She could also got a lot of go forward in her. So the restart from the Scots. The goal scorer, Leslie Normand, on the ball, draws the Argentinians out with the back pass. In again. And a nice little 1-2 touch there from Normand. And now it's the turn of Robertson, who gets into good space and just can't get that final touch up front. So the strikers for Scotland need to make sure that they secure possession when they do get into good space. They're being provided with some good ball down this right-hand touchline. So the restart now. White. He's prepared to play it back and across. Begg, who plays it out wide to Miller, who does well under a bit of pressure to get the ball out to Wixon. The ball being thread through again, looking for Sloan. Sorry, I beg your pardon, Robertson. Now the turn from Scotland. Andrews threads it through, looking for Allison. So Argentina will restart with a 16-yard hit on the left-hand side. They try get out of there going right. And they lose possession as Prada can't collect on the reverse stick. The umpire says it's got a nick on one of the Scottish sticks, so fortunately enough, Argentina have the ball on the halfway line. Sanchez plays it in to Felt. Felt still with the ball. Feels that she had got an obstruction. Umpire was about to blow against her and then changes her mind. I just think, would Felt have actually got the ball? She threaded through. The ball was quite a long way away from her. You can't just push the ball through a defender, run into the defender and get a hit. Those rules changed a good few years ago. The good turn from Trujillo. So a hit for Argentina outside the D. They go the 5. Valenciano plays it in. Still Argentinian ball. Trujillo still having a lot to say to the umpire. Five-meter ball comes in, well dealt with by the Scots. So Scotland deal with that pressure well. And they set up the trough. They have White out wide. They play it into the midfield area. Felt will gather for Argentina. Play it into that wide zone to Valenciano. Valenciano looking for support. Can't get it. May have to go back and goes to Hussey, the captain, who hits the crash ball into the circle, and Quiraz on that diagonal run just can't gather for Argentina. So Allison has gone into the wide areas. It's her turn not to gather. And Biotti for Argentina will restart. Trecciello down the left-hand side. She's going to try hit the byline and win something for Argentina. 3 Scots converge on her, and she still wins the hit. Good work from her. Number 15 now. Oh, Argentina have the ball. Biotti to Valenciano, who plays out to Peternari. Peternari wins a hit on the 23-meter line. This is better for Argentina. They're putting 3 or 4 passes together. Peternari with space out right. She decides to go herself and go direct. The crash ball comes in, but it's topped. So difficult ball for anyone to collect. Scotland with a 16-yard hit. The long ball comes in. And Scotland will relieve pressure up high now and apply the press that's worked so well for them today. So a high press from Scotland. Valenciano finds a good ball out of that press. And Hussey plays it into the midfield. Now won by Nielsen, who puts it through to Duarte. Duarte gives chase. But Begg just shepherds it over the baseline for another 16-yard hit for Scotland. White. Hit one by Sloan. Sloan goes quickly, and that'll be a card. A green card for playing the ball intentionally and not being 5 meters. So Scotland have an advantage of 1 player for 2 minutes. 1 extra player for 2 minutes as the number 6, Watson, threads it through. Argentina do well to get the ball out of the zone. Valenciano brings it up on the little double switch. Sosomayo tries to come in there and she eventually receives it. She had worked that little switch so well, but now she's under pressure in looking for support. Finds it through Nielsen. Nielsen up the line. Valenciano loses it. Scotland ball played in quickly. One back by Argentina. The reverse press is good from Scotland. The number 8 Main, who's putting pressure on the Argentinian defense. They gather somehow and keep the ball. Molinari. Molinari goes long. So the start is Patterson takes contact, wins as the ball deflects off an Argentinian stick. So wins possession for Scotland. Plenty of chatter played into the midfield to the goal scorer, Leslie Normand. Well worked there by Main once again. Scotland lose the ball. So just under 6 minutes left in this third quarter. Argentinians go over the top. Well fielded by the skipper, Janet Jack. But the umpire, Argentina think it's their ball, but Janet Jack won possession as Argentina weren't 5 meters from when she fielded that aerial delivery. So the umpire asked for the ball to be put back on the original spot of the infringement. So there's no unfair advantage gained. And it's Janet Jack, captain of Scotland, who's looking for options. Argentina have dropped down very deep at this stage. Taylor out wide. One by the number 7, Prada. Ball played in over the top. And umpire not happy with that 5-meter radius around the defensive area who fields those overheads. Played back nicely. Argentina playing a little bit of a higher press. Scotland do well to come out of that and just keep the ball in through Andrews, who will now carry. And well tackled by Petinari. Sorry, Hussey, the captain. So things are starting to get a little feisty out there between Scotland and Argentina. Argentinians believe a couple of decisions haven't gone their way. Things are starting to get a little bit physical. A lot of chatter at the umpire as well. Nielsen to Valenciano. Back to Nielsen. Plays it in. Turns. Shot comes in. Wide. Little deflection. And Prada gets a reverse stick to it, but it deflects over the baseline with no control. But that was one of Argentina's best chances during this game. Down the left-hand side. Intercepted well by Nielsen. Two and a half minutes left in this third quarter. This has been a better quarter for Argentina, who've created a chance. Scotland just about keep control. Leslie Norman does well just to put a lid on things and keep control with 2 minutes left. Everybody happy to go into the fourth quarter 1-0 up. We don't want to give anything away at this stage. Fired in on the near post. So Robertson fired that ball in. Umpire says it came off an Argentinian stick, so it will be a long corner to Scotland. Miller to Janet Jack. Plays out wide to Patterson. Patterson to sorry, it was Taylor to Patterson. Both have a 7 on their shirt. Out wide now, carried into that danger zone. Argentina do well to work the ball out of these defensive left-hand side areas. Biotti, he's got some neat skill under pressure. So, 20-odd seconds left in this game. Argentina will go direct to try get the ball up high and maybe win themselves a corner in the dying seconds. Scotland happy to see that out, and they do so with a good tackle by Patterson. So, that's the hooter. After the third quarter here, it's Scotland 1, Argentina 0. Please join us after the break for the fourth quarter. So welcome back for the fourth quarter between Scotland and Argentina in this over 55 Pool B game. Argentina running it down the middle through Trujillo. Scotland 1-0 up through a short corner variation by Leslie Normand. Good ball out wide by Valencia. A little infringement outside the D, and Argentina have the ball. Patinari stick taken. Prada. Unforced error by Argentina. Scotland can come out of there, look to build. White to Allison. Oh, Allison still got the ball, and maybe a bit of advantage would have helped her. White into Allison. Ball played through, looking for Sloan. Molinari plays it up nicely wide, so lots of space down this right-hand side channel to work with. They go from right to left, and the ball does find Biotti. Biotti moves it forward and unfortunately kicks it herself into touch. Normand. Biotti. Lovely high ball. Played through, dealt with quite well by Scotland. So the ball played across the field by Scotland dangerously, and now they lose possession. Petanari will be on the ball. Hassi. So this has been a good display from Scotland, but 1-0 still keeps you in a bit of a precarious position with the Argentinians, who have the ability to catch you on their counter-attack. Good work from Allison. Unforced error from White, and Argentina will restart. White intercepts, and Argentina will still have the ball. Valenciano 1-2. Under immense pressure. Scotland win the ball through Main. Normand. Good ball out from her to Sloan. Sloan fires in. You just think again that advantage played by the umpire would have allowed her to run into that zone again. Allison plays it in. And Norman just looking for that little deflection. Ball played up to number 11, Duarte. And that's what Argentina can do. If Duarte can collect it, they've got a one-on-one. And if she can combine with Trujillo, well, there you can get the equalizer. So the high-lying strikers are a threat for Argentina. They step up in numbers now as the Scottish ball pace isn't what it should be. Allison, under pressure, wins it back. But won by Argentina. Duarte doing well. And now it's Trujillo. Trujillo again on the self pass, goes into the D, looking for the corner. Gets a little slip in. The ball's fired across the D and out. Watson recovers for Scotland. And well played by Andrews down the line. But another wave of attack from Argentina. The hit's not clean into the zone. Prada. Janet Jack trying to clean things up for Scotland. So some tired players out there as we go into the final 10 minutes of this match. Ball is played into the circle now. This is danger for Scotland. And the short corner is won. So good play from Argentina. Self-pass, wins 5 meters, then attack the byline. Finds the foot. And it's the captain, Marcelo Hassi, who forces the short corner. We've got Trujillo on the top of the castle with Prada to inject. So, number 9, Trujillo at the top. Takes it herself, goes right, looks to fire, gets the shot away. It deflects off a Scottish stick. And Prada on the far post almost smashes it tennis style into the goals, but just can't get a nick on that. So it's a real ward. Goes short to the captain, who tries to lob the keeper. And the Scottish keeper, Janice Rose, does well and just use the glove to parry the ball out. Valenciano with the little lob. Good period of play for Argentina as they mount more pressure on the Scottish defence. Scotland happy to put 10 people behind the ball. Valenciano, again, instrumental in all Argentinian attacks, loses it. Umpire says shielding it. So Scotland go down the middle with the aerial ball into the wind, holds up nicely. Brownie plays it out wide. White under pressure from Prada. Prada now on the counter. Prada still with the ball, playing to Felt. Felt has it. Quick hit to Prada. Argentina lose it, but they get it back now. Valenciano trying to play direct to Julio. So Scotland at this stage have just gone off the boil a bit, starting to throw possession away, and Argentina are starting to live off these scraps and has mounted quite a few dangerous attacks. So it's all about game management now as we go into the final 7 minutes. White. Plays it nicely out wide to Sloan. Ball comes in, but it's high. Dangerous. Argentina will now have a 16. Janet Jack plays it nicely. Sorry, it's out wide to Felt. That which came from the number 13, Hussey. Valenciano. Good ball through. Felt just can't gather on the bounce. Janet Jack, captain of Scotland, just trying to slow things down, keep possession at this stage. White will drive down this right-hand side, looks for support, finds it. So Watson doing well to keep possession, plays it out wide to Miller, who can't collect. Last 5 minutes of this first quarter, Scotland won. A goal from a short corner variation from Leslie Normand. That goal separates these two sides. White plays the ball back, but ominously back through Trujillo, who will now attack with a player high. So, pressure coming in the final 4.5 minutes from Argentina. Can they get that equalizer? Valenciano at the top of the 5-meter area. Trujillo works away into the D, finds another hit. Valenciano into the D, the chance is there. It's bobbling around and played over the baseline unintentionally, so it'll be a long corner. Argentina's asking the question if it was played intentionally over the baseline. So 3.5 minutes left. It's Argentina on the attack. Ball hadn't gone 5 meters. Oh, now it has. And she may play it into the D. Ball gets straight through. Oh, and it's a good ball out. Looking for Felt, who made the run a little early onto that far post. So now the umpire wants to have a chat to the captain, Marcella Hussey. Right, the game continues. White gets it out of the area. 2.5 minutes left. Played from Taylor out wide to Jack. Jack down the line. Sorry, Patterson down the line. Scotland dispossessed. Patterson still had the ball. Number 14 now, Miller on the ball. Looks for support. Gets it from Watson. Watson works it and gets a hit outside the D. Under 2 minutes left. Scotland on the attack. So, Jack to White. Lovely ball to the byline. Scotland going to look for something, a corner, anything. But the infringement comes. Argentina will break away now. And they break through Valenciano, who looks for Trujillo. Taylor does well to get in between the ball. But it's Valenciano who runs forward. Scotland win it through Jack. And now Brownie will just hold the ball up as they try run the clock down. Robertson holding it up. This is not the time to lose the ball. Scotland's strikers come back. They're putting 11 men behind the ball. Argentina applied or try to get the long ball through, unsuccessful. 24 seconds left. So Argentina with another smash, and it's the last 4 seconds, and that's the hooter. Scotland beat Argentina 1-0 here in Cape Town in the Pool B clash of the over 55s. A goal through Leslie Norman from a penalty corner variation secures the victory for Scotland. So thank you for joining us, and join us again for the matches coming up after the break.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room. Thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation. And about training and improving those skills. Looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. Thehockeysite.com. Share the knowledge.